doing something illegal.
Thomas Tamm, we're going to break, but we're going to come back to you, former Justice Department attorney who helped expose the Bush administration's illegal domestic surveillance program. He's paying a very serious price right now. This is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, The War and Peace Report. We'll be back in a minute. This is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, The War and Peace Report. We're on the road in our Community Voices community media tours. We travel to 70 cities. In San Francisco today, I'm Amy Goodman. Our guest in Washington, D.C. is Thomas Tamm. He'll be receiving the Ridenour Prize for Truth-Telling today at noon. The awards ceremony will be streamed live at ridenour.org. Awards are also being given to Bob Herbert, Jane Mayer, and Nick Turse. Thomas Tamm, talk about the repercussions of that moment you slipped into the subway to the phone booth and made that call to the New York Times. Tell us what happened to your family and at your home after that.
Well, I mean, it's interesting. There's kind of two different periods in my existence during that time. The time before August 1st in 2007, I was basically the only person besides the two reporters who knew what I had done, and I was always kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop. And I would occasionally get calls from the FBI agent asking to interview me, and I would try to postpone him. And really because I had this just, disillusioned, I guess, with my government, and I was not really able to focus terribly well, I eventually kind of left the Department of Justice. In fact, I got out of OIPR largely because of what I believe was going on. But I never anticipated that the FBI would execute a search warrant on my house. There wasn't anything in my house. I don't think they had any probable cause to believe that there was anything in my house that might reveal a crime of some sort. And, my wife, Claire, I don't think will ever quite feel the same in our house. She feels less secure. I mean, 18 FBI agents came barging through her front door and stormed up steps and awakened my kids in their beds and took Christmas card lists and computers and cell phones. And, I remember my wife asking if we were going to be all right, and I said yes, but I really wasn't sure about that. And so now after the raid, I just figured it's kind of any minute that I'm going to be indicted. I was out of work for quite a while after I left the Department of Justice, and I got to the point where I would see someone that looked like an undercover detective or FBI agent and think that, well, here it is. I'm going to be arrested. I wonder what my bond is going to be set. And, I don't know that I handled it as well as maybe I wish I had been able to, but it's been very difficult. And as you have mentioned, I still incur legal bills because we have not been told whether they're going to go forward or not. And I must say, I think that's a little bit surprising in light of the election and in light of the new administration.
Well, what about that? I mean, there is a new administration. Have they been in touch with you?
They have not. My attorney has contacted the Department of Justice lead attorney in the investigation into my acts, and he basically has said that it will be a matter that's on the Attorney General's desk, but it won't be one of his first concerns, and that's basically all we know. We haven't pushed it any further. I mean, they are still staffing the Department of Justice. Dawn Johnson, who has written some great articles and opinion pieces, law review articles about the wiretapping, has not been approved by the Senate to join the Department of Justice. So perhaps that's one of the reasons for delay. But it's just, I don't feel like I can really commit myself to anything if there's a chance that I'm going to be indicted.
Are you sorry at all that you did what you did?
No. I regret what happened to my family. But to coin a phrase from the last election, I think I put my country first. And in light of the article today, that apparently they're still, even though Congress gave them even more extensive powers, they are still exceeding the powers that they've been legally given. And I would say, no, I don't regret it.
Thomas Tamm, I'd like to ask you to stay on for one moment as we turn to another guest. Concern growing, as you're talking about, by many legal observers over the Obama administration's attempt to keep secret key aspects